Okay guys, let's go over a review over what we were doing last week. So you're going to see directions that are going to say find the x and y intercept of a certain equation and graph. And that graph is going to look something like, or the equation is going to look something like this. It's going to be in standard form. Remember, standard form is ax plus by equals c. So it's going to be in some kind of form like that. So I kind of have our graph set up here with our kind of x and y axis. And we're going to look at this equation so we can practice what we need to do to be able to do this. So first of all, we're going to kind of split this. And one side's going to be for the x-intercept, and one side is going to be for the y-intercept. Now remember, what we talked about before is that the x-intercept is when y equals 0. And the y-intercept is where x equals 0. So the opposite letter is 0. And you're going to need your equation written here for both of these in order to be able to solve. Okay, so now if y is going to be 0, I'm going to put it in here where y is at. Remember, when I plug it in, it's got to be in parentheses in the 0 spot. So basically what happens here is when this 0 goes in, this whole piece kind of cancels out because it's 0. So I have 2x equals 12. To get x by itself, I would divide by 2 and get x equals 6. So that means the point 6, 0 is the x-intercept. Remember what that comes from. The 6 is the one you solved for, and up here we had a y value of 0. So that means on the x-axis, I'm going to go to 0, or 6, 0, and I'm going to make my first point. Okay, now we're going to do kind of a similar thing here, except 0 is going to go in for x in this case. So 2 parentheses 0 plus 4y equals 12. Remember, where the 0 ends up happening, that goes all the way down to 0, so it cancels. So 4y equals 12. To get y by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by 4 to get that to cancel. And I get y equals 3. That means in the point, y is going to be 3 is going to be the y value, and this 0 is going to go right in here. So 0, 3 is going to be the y-intercept. So now I go and graph that point. So on the y-axis, I'm going to count up 3. Okay, now I'm going to do the best I can here to draw a line. But remember, you're going to use your straight edge, your ID, to be able to do this. And you're going to make a line that goes through both points. Remember, cut across the whole grid.